According to the U.S. Census Bureau, 15.7% of children were in poverty in the year 2020. This is up from 14.1% in 2019. We have young adult awards for many minority groups now. Though literature awards have come a long way in representing diverse books, they have to keep coming. Awards have been created for books that highlight racial minorities, those in minority based on their gender identity or sexual preferences, those in the minority based off their cultural identity, and those in the minority socially or mentally. Awards have been created to award literature in which characters with disabilities are highlighted. But there is no award to highlight the impoverished youth experience. The Rowling Orwell, or the Row, seeks to change that. With almost 16% of children in the U.S. below the poverty level, it's time to ensure those children have easy access to books in which they will see themselves in their economic struggle. The Rowling Orwell is named for both J.K. Rowling and George Orwell. Though both are famous for their literary works, they started out economically disadvantaged, and they both feature or featured economically disadvantaged characters in their writings. The winner and honor books of the Rowling Orwell will feature impoverished main characters, authentically depict the experience of economically disadvantaged youth, be written for an audience that is 12 to 17 years of age, and be written or translated to English within the past 2 years. One award book and up to 4 honor books will be chosen each year. The first annual Rowling Orwell honor books are All the Quiet Places by Brian Thomas Isaac. The book is told from the perspective of Indigenous Eddie Toma, whose life is marked by guilt and despair, poverty and prejudice, from the age of 6 up to his teen years. Growing up on the Okanagan Indian Reserve in the 1950s with very limited resources isn't the only struggle Eddie must face. His house is overcrowded with adults that each struggle with the sting of colonialism in their own way. This Own Voices tale is full of beautiful natural beauty and unexpected tragedy. Find Layla by Meg Ellison. Underprivileged and neglected, Layla isn't used to being noticed. That all changes when Layla records her own mold-infested home for a biome project for school. Her biome video goes viral, and Child Protective Services comes to remove her from her home. Now that literally everyone knows who she is and what she's been going through, can Layla face her bullies or her friends? Find Layla is a heartbreaking but beautiful tale of strength in the face of economic adversity. Fighting Words by Kelly Brubaker Bradley. 10-year-old Della has been through more than a 10-year-old child should ever have to go through. But she's always had her older sister Suki to take care of her. Then, one day, Suki attempts to commit suicide, and Della realizes just how much worse Suki has had it, and that Suki needs help and someone to take care of her, too. This book makes the reader look into the face of the worst parts of humanity, but it also provides hope and guidance for pulling through. In the Wild Light by Jeff Zentner. Cash Pruitt and Delaney Doyle get each other. They're both poor, and they both have had to deal with drug-addicted mothers. But Delaney is much smarter than Cash. When she gets a scholarship to a fancy boarding school and only agrees to accept if Cash can come with her, he doesn't want to go. He knows as soon as he walks in, they'll all know he's a poor kid that doesn't deserve to be there. In the Wild Light is about accepting the kindness of others, accepting yourself for who you are, and knowing that where you start out in life doesn't have to be where you end up. And the winner of the 2022 Rowling Orwell is All My Rage by Saba Tahir. All My Rage features Muslim main characters Salahuddin and Noor, who are the very best of friends, until the day they have an epic fight. Sal, in the meantime, tries to save his family's failing motel as his mother Mishba's health declines and his father begins turning to alcohol. Noor, on the other hand, begins working for her uncle at his liquor store. It's there that she faces unspeakable demons, and she begins to save any money she can so that she can get as far away as possible. Sal and Noor must each work hard so their poverty and the things that they cannot control do not define their lives. They must learn the value of forgiveness and that friendship is always worth fighting for. The Rowling Orwell is for young adult readers that face economic hardship and need to see their stories in the lives of others. It's also for those that could benefit from a more well-rounded perspective of those that face economic hardship. With almost 16% of the United States youth below the poverty line, we can all benefit from a better understanding of the experiences of the economically disadvantaged. I hope you will all take advantage of the opportunity to read these books in the future. And congratulations to the honor books and the award winner of the 2022 Rowling Orwell.